All right, hello and welcome to tonight's Get in Tune. Michael Grassia, as usual. So let's get started, and we'll just start with the intro like usual. All right, so tonight, hold on one second here. All right, so tonight on Get in Tune, I was supposed to have a guest, but on Saturday the guest had to reschedule, and I tried hard to find a replacement. However, with such short notice, sometimes it's a little difficult to get a replacement. And sorry, I'm just plugging in my phone to charge. Well, when you can't find a replacement, show must go on, and something has to happen. And I've been wanting to do these, what do we call it? These like live drawing requests, so people can just kind of tell me what to draw, and I'll just doodle on the page. I decided to call it Cartoon Call, so you guys can call out whatever you want me to sketch tonight, and I'll doodle some characters or whatever. You can challenge me. I don't mind. You see if I'll do it well or not. So I'm going to do some stuff and just start sketching. And if you guys are interested, call out something, and I will just draw it for you. So let's get to the drawing screen here. I'm on my Cintiq in Photoshop today. I'm just going to be using my pencil. I have my pencil ready. So hold on, I'm going to zoom in here. Okay. So, well, I got someone here from Amy Sampson, but I know from my daytime streams that is Noah, and someone's watching from a second account, which is fine. That's cool. And Victor asked if I can draw Rocco from Rocko's Modern Life. Yes, I can. I will need a little reference because I haven't looked him up in a while, so just give me a second, and I'll pull up a picture of Rocco. Images. And I'm just going to use this image right here I found on the web. I'll make them a little bigger. All right. Whoops, wrong screen. There we go. And this is what I do when people ask me to draw characters I'm not usually familiar with. I try to figure out how they're made. And I've actually done some tutorial streams on this. And, so I'll just kind of work with this. And I'm not going to really try to copy it. I just want to kind of get the shape that he is. And I know he's got these big eyes. And his eyebrows are up here. And I'm going to have him looking off this way, and he's got a... You challenged me, Joe Ryan, to Roger Rabbit? Oh, you got it. He's someone... I kind of know his look. I'll try him from memory. If it turns out poorly, I will pull out reference. He only has 3 teeth there. All right. He's got his... And his body is just a basically kind of rectangular. So he had all these, obviously, triangles here. And I'm assuming those are some type of shorts that he was wearing. I don't remember the character. Honestly, I wasn't really a Nicktoon guy. I preferred Cartoon Network to the Nicktoons, although I did, there was stuff I did enjoy, Let's go out here like that. And I'm not going to wave his hand. I'm just going to leave his hand out like that. And he's got his big tail. So that right there is Rocco. All right. So let's move on. We'll do... Oh, he doesn't wear pants, so those were his legs. Okay, thank you, Victor, for letting me know. So let's try Roger Rabbit. I'm going to try him off memory. Kind of remember he kind of had this long head, and he's got this... He kind of had a big nose, but not that big. And his cheeks kind of came out on the side. Very Bugs Bunny-ish in design, but a lot different, right? God. And his fur kind of, I think, came out a little bit up there too. And he kind of had this... Weren't they kind of big? If I'm doing this wrong, let me know. I am definitely going to be picking up a... because this looks nothing like him. Yep, that is terrible. We will be looking up a picture of Roger Rabbit, which if it was closer to me, I would have my DVD and draw a wrecking ball from Skylanders. Okay, Noah, I will give that a shot after Roger Rabbit. Okay. I wasn't doing too bad after looking at some photos here. So his nose wasn't... Okay, I see what I was doing wrong. I'm looking at the photos right now, and I can see perfectly what I did wrong. Okay. Why did that not... Did I duplicate accidentally? Yep. Okay. So what I can already tell is that I need to use... First of all, I want to use a thinner point. I feel the 10 is so thick, So let's see, Roger Rabbit. So it still had that looseness, long head I had here, but his eyes are much bigger, and there's an overlap to him, and they got the natural eyelid in the design. He's got kind of bushy eyebrows. All right, and the little bumps up here, and get my eraser. I'll add the shines later. I'll look at it. Noah, I have no issue with looking at it. So he had a smaller tooth, and it came down and out and over and thinner over here. Hey, Greg, what is that you're sharing? The event's June dollar card sale? I'm not going to do the whole Roger right now, but he'd have his whiskers out over here, and it actually looks like his whiskers are going up. I don't know if that's his natural. And he had his little... And his ears. Okay, not my best Roger. Definitely not my best Roger, but I'm going to try to move on. I'm going to come back to Roger because I actually really love the character, and I used to draw him a lot when I was younger. So let's go back. Let's check out Skylander. Let's see what I need to look up here. Okay. Oh, I think I've seen this character before. So he's actually a pretty fun-looking character. This kind of goes into what I was talking about for those who tuned into my tutorial. Was it last week I did it on fantasy characters? So let's look at this here. Let's bring this in. Mm-hmm. I definitely agree. Hi, Greg. So what's nice about this character is he's just a simple. Oops, hold on. He's basically a simple circle. You know, that's why he's named Wrecking Ball, right? And he's kind of got that feature there where he's kind of shaped like a wrecking ball, but he kind of is very turtle-esque with his shell on top, or armadillo type of look. And some of these that I'm going to be drawing and things will be in more my style some days. I'll try to copy the style if I can. I'm just trying to get the feel of this guy right now. I'm not going to put his tongue coming out right now. Thanks, Joe. Yeah, I don't do licensed characters too much anymore. When I was younger and when I was trying to get more into the biz of working on other people's books, which I would still do in a heartbeat, but I was drawing those type of characters a lot more often. Over the years, I've decided, if I decide to put a portfolio together and look at a character that I have an idea for, or that I'm really eager to draw, I'll put a portfolio together to draw someone else's character. But for now, I'm kind of content with doing my own work. Sometimes I have enough issues getting my own stuff completed. So so I'm just trying to figure out my own stuff and trying to get that stuff done. So he's got layers to his shells here. Another one comes down over here. But yeah, when I stopped doing that, and also, like when I do cons, I don't like to have prints and stuff of other people's characters. I'll do original art and sell it, but I'm not one of those people who sell other people's characters that I've never worked on, that I don't own. And if that's what you do, that's fine. Everybody each their own, but my preference is not to sell other people's work. If I worked on them, that's something different. So for me, I kind of tend to work on more of my stuff, do it in my own style. And if I do get into someone else's character, it's usually done in my style. But when I'm drawing a character like Roger Rabbit, you want him to look like Roger Rabbit. So, like, if I'll do one in my style, and we'll take a look and see how close it is for Roger. He's got this little, like, jelly-looking hair up here. he's got his spikes that come out. And all the little spikes that follow down. So for now, that'll be my, his name's Wrecking Ball. You know, maybe we'll throw a couple of action lines on him like he's jumping. Why is I'm on the eraser? And he's got some texture on him, so I'm going to put some like little dots and bumps on him. Kind of looks like he has a really rough texture to him. And they use little kind of circular for his texture up there. Well, Joe, so Joe has said, I'm looking to build a character design portfolio for individual companies such as Warner, Disney, DreamWorks, Sony, Universal. And that's cool too. And you know, we had who was it? Lance Falk on, and I believe he gave you some advice of drawing, you know, characters for those companies. And I'm not going to disagree with him. Look, he's working in the industry. I'm not out in Hollywood working for any of those companies. All I can say is from what I was taught in college as a character, you know, when I studied a little character design and I was working on projects and talking with people who were in the business. And we're going back to the 90s, so things could have changed. What I was told was don't really put a lot of their characters in your portfolio. Show that if you want to be an animator, show that you know how to animate, you know how to draw people, you understand movement. If you're going into character design, yes, you can have some of their stuff in there, but they want to see, from what I understand, I'm sorry, I'm blanking. They want to see that you understand character and how can you work with not just their characters, but just your style, the different things you do. And again, take it with a grain of salt what I'm saying, because that was God, we're going, like I said, we're going back to the mid 90s, so we're going back like 25 years. You know, things changed. Lance is in the business. Design, you know, show that you understand their characters if that's what he said to do. But yeah, let's try Roger Rabbit in my style a bit. And and my style, by the way, it's kind of a mix mostly of Hanna-Barbera and Disney. Not Disney, Hanna-Barbera and Looney Tunes, and you know, so Warner Brothers is in there. But at the same time, you know, I grew up loving Disney. I grew up loving all those things. So I understand how their construction works. So this is kind of how I would have drawn Roger Rabbit. Let's give him his bottom lip there. It's going to be closed. And he'll have... Mm-hmm. And then let's make his body. Actually, I don't like his eyes. The way I'm drawing his eyes right now and with his body wasn't really looking right to me. I'm going to open his mouth. And I'll have this arm would be right here. No, I saw you have a comment. I'll take a look in a moment at it. I'll put a little puppet on his hand. And we'll make it at you. And he's obviously shouting at Roger. So that would be how I would do Roger. Is it a better design? Definitely not. Roger is one of those like perfectly designed, characters. So I'm going to work on my Roger. I'm going to do another picture of him. Okay, let's see. Let me go back. I got a couple of comments. So from Victor, asked me if I can draw his character. I would need to see it again. I don't remember it off the top of my head, and I don't know if I can search for it at the moment. But I can definitely draw a cartoon fox. Noah says search Flora Fluff. Okay, I don't know who that is, but let me do the cartoon fox first, and then we'll do. I'll look up Flora Fluff for you. Okay. Let's get fox ears. Okay. I'm going to go with that old school cartoon looking mask. I'm going to probably do more of a something from like the 20s or 30s. Mm-hmm. Oh, no, that's because I'm streaming both on my YouTube page and on my Facebook page. So the I see all the comments, but the ones that you can only see the ones that are on your page. You know, wherever you're viewing from. And because he's a fox, what do? But they steal chickens, right? We've all seen those old cartoons. And get his tail, which maybe we'll have him covering up the chicken a little bit. Thanks, Victor. Glad you're enjoying it. So, and I'll give him a little tooth out like that. Okay. And that's right there, a cartoon fox. So, next up, I got to look up this Flora Fluff. I don't know what that is. Whoops. Cancel. I was on the wrong screen. Where's my mouse? There it is. Okay. Flora Fluff. Images of Flora Fluff. So this is kind of, looks a little bit like a Pokemon character to me. I'm not sure it's from that, but there's a few different ones that I see here. And that's the one that I hope that one's okay, Noah. Oh, don't worry about where I am on Facebook. It's a page called, if you want to know what it's called, IncrediCon, it'd be at IncrediCon HV. It's me and my business partner, Mike Lopez. We put on a comic book convention in Dutchess County, New York, up in the Hudson Valley, and that's our page for it. So I stream on there as well. And if you're into that, you can like the page. You know, we're always just, this is where we interview artists and, other people a few times a week. But if you go onto my, YouTube page, which you're on, and do it later when you're not watching this, if you go onto my playlist for Increditainment, you can see all the videos that I do for the IncrediCon page. So yeah, we're all over the place. So this is a very I don't know why my pen is coming out like that. Am I on my? I'm just going to choose that again. Let's see. It's better there, but okay. So the thing with this is kind of, obviously it's got that anime feel to it, and their eyes are a little different than I'm accustomed drawing anime. But, I'm not 100% unaccustomed to it. I actually have taught people how to draw anime before, mostly chibi, and this definitely has a chibi feel to it. Actually, that would be on this side here. Let me get a little bit in here. And we'll... And he's got a little hat like. So this is kind of based off Looks like off a cat. I'm not going to make him jumping right here. I'm just going to have feet coming in. And he's got this little big puff of hair here. Okay. Pickle the Dinosaur. It's another one. You're giving me characters. This is a challenge today because you're giving me characters I really have no clue on, Noah. So, right there, that is, what was the character's name? Floral Fluff. So now, let me take a look at Pickle the Dinosaur. Oh, he's a very simplistic character. I don't know where he's from, but I have seen this image before. Okay. So basically what I'm looking at is a character that looks like this. And I forgot, was he standing in the picture I saw? No, he basically sits all the time. Okay. So we'll have his 1 foot will be out over here. I don't know why it's taking those lines. I don't think I... And I think his head just kind of came down like so. And he had those little nostrils and a little mouth. And I remember he kind of had some big horns, and then it got smaller. And he had his arms. I think he had a little, let me see, am I close at all here? I don't follow a lot of YouTube people. I mean, I do, but I don't know who that YouTuber is. So, but it's a very nice design. I like it. Okay. So there you go. That is Pickles the Dinosaur. All right. So let's see. Does anyone else have a little challenge or something you want me to draw? Because no, I'd be happy to draw all the characters you want, but I do want to give other people a fair chance. So let's give them a few minutes. I'm going to sketch. If they don't come up with anything, you can give me something else to draw, okay? So let's do... you know what? I'm going to draw a character I've been playing with for a little bit. I'm in the process of working on a children's book that I wrote, And this is the main character. And what's interesting about him is the character's a monkey. And I love drawing monkeys. But there's so many ways to draw them. And I didn't know how to do this. And I was having trouble with his design until I thought about Mickey Mouse and how simple his design was. So I kind of went back to that classic 20s, 30s style of animation for this guy. And I don't remember if I give him a triangle nose. I think I do. But I added a little bit more of a modern day flair to it, you know? And I put his ears down here so they're not all the way up at the top like Mickey. And I gave him some hair that sticks up here. Alright. And then I did his body basically the same way. I gave him a little bit of a neck, and then the original Mickey, his body was, you know, this kind of, well, not the original, it was circles, but this kind of bean shape here, right? So he's got the little bit bigger of a head. And in this, I'm going to have the monkey kind of sitting. So his legs will be... Actually, I don't like that leg. Let's move that leg like this. I think that'll be a little funnier. Joe, I'd be happy to if I had a picture of her. If you can send me a link or post a photo in the comments here. I don't know if you can do that during a stream, but I'd be happy to look at it. And actually, next week, if I have my calendar correct in front of me, we have Jay Piscopo coming on next Tuesday for my Get in Tune. And if you're unfamiliar with Jay Piscopo's work, definitely look him up. He does public domain characters, and I love public domain characters. And for those who are unaware, public domain are characters that don't have copyrights on there, so you can use them and tell your own stories with them. And you know, he'll use, you know, he can use whoever he wants, and he just, you know, he just makes up his own story. So he's not using the same story like Dynamite Comics. I don't know if they're still doing it, but we're using public domain characters. And those characters were people like the Black Terror and the Daredevil, you know, the was it the Dynamic Daredevil? I forget who it was. The one that wears like the spiky belt, not the one that is blind for Marvel. Oh God, I mean, anyway, the Green Llama, all these great characters there, you know? So that's my guy. I didn't even give him a name because in the children's book he doesn't have a name. So I'm actually thinking of his name because I do have another idea for another children's book. And in there I need to give him a name, so I'm thinking of the name for him right now. I did look up some names, and it turns out other people not have characters, but, you know, actually have the name that I think would not work right for it. So, and that would be my own character. But while we're waiting, you know, character, Sherlock Holmes is now in public domain. So if you wanted to do your own Sherlock Holmes story, there's no reason that you can't make your Sherlock Holmes look however you want him to look. But he's Sherlock Holmes, so to me, he needs that pipe, Maybe a little bit of some longer hair. And that could be your whole Sherlock Holmes type of thing. Well, don't forget. Oh, hold on. We don't want to forget Watson right here, and I'll make Watson wear his glasses, and he'll be looking up at Sherlock, even though he's really intelligent in his own right. That's not really the best Watson, but you want someone, if he's going to be tall and thin, having someone short and kind of fat works out well. You think of the comedy routines like Abbott and Costello or Laurel and Hardy. Okay, I don't know if I'm looking to see. This is a link to your piece here, My Life with Han. Can I copy this? I don't know if I can copy this right now. I'll go on my own Instagram here. Whoops. I don't know if I follow you, Joe. Okay, it's telling me this page is not available. Instagram, My Life with Han. Did I write it wrong? Oh, with Anne. Okay, I wrote Han. I put an extra H in there. So I'm looking here at your page now. Okay, so she's kind of cartoony. Kind of has a bit of an Archie feel in some places. Then some places I look at it, it kind of has that John Kay look to it. So, you got a lot of different influences here. Kind of cute face there. Dresses, I would say, kind of punkish, like anime-esque. Let's give it a try. So, really don't know why. So maybe I'll go a little more John Kay with it at the moment. Oops, that one, yeah, that'll be the... I forgot if your eyebrows are... No, I'll go back and fix the wings when I'm done with this drawing. Just remind me. But I don't really do zoom. I prefer this this method. I mean, if you're looking for private tutoring, I do offer that, and I could explain privately how that works in the sense of cost and everything, but I will use the same service I'm using right now, but I will not be going live with it. I would do this as a private recording. Okay, tone down her cheek there a bit. And I gotta look at her picture again. Where's that one I'm basing it off of? Why is it doing that again? I don't know, it's the way my pen is moving. I'm not even pressing hard. I'll press lighter, I guess. And we're gonna have her body. Yeah, I don't like her right arm, but I also don't like her right leg. What do you think so far, Joe? Am I getting her essence down yet? And she kind of has crazy punky hair, right? Yeah. And it looks like I got to go to another picture of her. Does she wear like a neckerchief or something tied? She has like something tied around her neck. Looks like she's got a choker on of some sort. She wears a big bow in her hair. Okay. Yeah, Joe, you can always share our streams. Let people know what we're doing. So. Yeah, why is it coming up again like that? So heavy. It's like I leave it and then all of a sudden the pen needs to... Looks like she's... she's got these big big cuffs over here. I got to go back and look at her, how you draw her. So she wears kind of like a... Okay, I see. So it's kind of like a... I forget what they call those shirts, but like a tank top. It's doing it again. You can't even do light pressure now? What's going on? There we go. And it comes down and she's she's kind of like 80s kind of punk in style. Do you have a comic with her yet? And she wears, I'll do her, those are kind of her leggings there that come down. And her tights have these triangular shapes going on them. And she's got large bracelets, I see. Her shoes kind of look like high tops. I don't know if they're supposed to be high heels, but they look like high top sneakers to me. Nice. How many pages are you? Let's see, did it again. I can't leave the page. Still giving me that hard, heavy line. There it goes. Okay. 42-page graphic novel, not bad. Are you going to post this online, or are you going to use it as a, actually print it? I think I gave her too big of a head in this drawing, but oh, I do not like that hand at all. One copy crowdfunded. I do not like what I'm doing here on the hand. I think I got to do a little more erasing. Okay. And yeah, I want to shrink her head, but not right now. I think that came out pretty decent. Let me go back to, nope, right here, and I forgot the wings. Whoops. And it looks like it's got some different colors in it. Okay. RA Comics, I'm not familiar with them. Is that you, or is that a small company? Excuse me. So, let's see, I left the page. I'm just doing a test right now for myself. Nope, some reason it's lighter again. Okay. So, I have time for one more character. I think what I want to do is I'll do a character of my own stuff. So that would be, I do a lot of animal characters. I love drawing animals, and I've drawn my plunger pup before. I've drawn some characters in his universe. Let's do a oh, Yoshi. Okay, no, I was going to do one of my own, but Yoshi's a good one. Again, I'll look up Yoshi because I haven't seen him in a while, but I am actually a very big Mario fan. I'll show you how big of a Mario fan I am right now. Okay, watch this. If I just go right here in front of my, behind my, oops, you heard some noise, behind my Cintiq, you can see my large Mario figure, you know? So I'm a big Mario fan. I know Yoshi very well, but I like to look at him anyway. So let's put him down on the floor. I'll clean up everything that he was holding up that fell. All right. So let's go back. And I'm going to look up Yoshi. Well, how do you forget Yoshi? I don't know which version I'm going to do. I know he's changed a bit over the years. So I'm going to do one of them that I like a lot. Oh, I was unfamiliar with them. What do they have any books that would be popular that I would know? See, it's doing it again. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, because I leave a page all the time. Come on. I don't know why this is happening tonight to me. Whatever. It is what it is. So if this is how it's looking right now, I'm not going to fight it. I think he has nostrils, kind of like two little dots right here, right? And he's got a little mouth that comes down. And his body really is just kind of this big type of shape here. And doesn't he have like a, at least in the old one or whatever, he has a shell right here, right? And so actually the style I'm looking at, if I remember correctly, doesn't show legs. It goes straight to his. It just goes straight to his feet. So you're going to see something that looks more like this coming down, and you have his arms out like so, and this comes in, down and up on the tail, and I believe he had, I forget where the color change was here, but I'll just go here for now. And what else was on Yoshi? Trying to think. Actually, I think this went, if I remember correctly, this actually happened over here. It kind of came in from over this way. And he had a couple of horns there, I think, in his hands. And that is Yoshi. Okay. Thanks, Noah, about the shell on his back. Honestly, like I said, I'm a big Mario fan, but I don't play games anymore. I don't remember what some of these characters look like. I go from memory a lot of times. But that is my Yoshi. So I'm just going to do one more very quickly. That's my own. And I'll do a wind down with that. And won't be an animal since I just did. So Baby Yoshi doesn't have a shell on his back. Good to know. Thanks for the link. I'll take a look at it, Joe. And this is a character. He's a sci-fi adventure hero, if you couldn't tell, who I'm hoping to bring in, God, what year? Hoping to start publishing a webcomic on him by January 2021. My friend Andrew, who I don't know if you guys saw the stream I did with the Spider's Web in Yonkers. It's the comic shop over in Yonkers. If you saw that stream, Andrew, who I did most of the interview with, he is going to be my my writer. So I got to chat with him. I haven't talked with him in a little bit. And so that's the guy. His costume has changed a bit here and there, but that's kind of the theme that I'm going with. So that is Dax Photon. And he's got his little symbol on his belt. I think it's going to be a fun story. You know, obviously very Hanna-Barbera-ish in style. I'm working on a few things, actually. I've been doing some. Let me show you guys something I was doing earlier yesterday, I think it was. So I got this guy here, huh? I don't know what to do with him. Sometimes I do a lot of crazy sketches or just doodles, and this was a doodle I was doing, and I don't know. I can see this somewhere, but I don't know if I have a new character. If this is something to throw up on a coffee mug or on a T-shirt or something. I don't know. I feel like he should be fun to do something with, but I don't know yet. So I got to figure that out. But if he's just a character I use on some kind of, you know, print-on-demand merch, you know, if you go to something like TeePublic or whatever, and I put him on a T-shirt, or I don't know if people will buy him, but we'll see. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight. I want to thank everyone who gave me a challenge tonight. I had a lot of fun with this. This will be something I plan to do a little more regular, but as long as I have guests able to come on, I'd rather have the guests. And it's not because I don't want to draw. That's all I want to do with my life. It's just because I think, you know, when I do this, I want to bring you guys some really cool people. And next week, like I said, I believe it is Jay Piscopo, who does a lot of public domain, and I look forward to talking with him. And Joe Ryan, maybe that's what it is. Maybe it reminds me of Wallace and Gromit. I don't know. It kind of does. And Noah, thank you. You're very welcome for tonight. I'll be doing something every Tuesday night, usually interviewing another artist in the industry. But like I said, my artist had to reschedule. He'll come on in July. And bring as many friends to watch as you can on my stream tomorrow. We may build off a little bit of what I did on on Monday with you when I spoke about the books that inspired me and how they did. Maybe that, maybe something else. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys soon. Tomorrow, 1 p.m. on YouTube and on my Get in Tune page here on Facebook. If you want to see it, it's getintune.net. You can get all the Get in Tune updates on there. But I stream Mondays and Wednesdays at 1. And I guess that's it. Joe, you're very welcome. Again, what I said about the portfolio, take with a grain of salt, because I'm not working as a character designer right now in the industry. I'm trying to get back in a little bit more. I'll tell you guys the truth. I spent 16 years teaching college, and well, here's the thing. I was a freelance artist, loved working as a freelance artist, but I was getting married, and freelance isn't the lifestyle to have when you're married. Unless you want to still live in your childhood bedroom with your wife, and that's not, that was never my plan. So I went for something a little more steady, regular check, medical benefits, and that was teaching. And I went into teaching full time at a college, but I spent so much time helping other kids and teens and stuff, fixing up their portfolios and preparing it, that over the years my portfolio kind of got a little weak. And, I kind of haven't been freelancing much because my portfolio is a little weak. I get jobs here and there, but not enough to be a full-time freelancer. So I'm rebuilding my portfolio. I still love the cartoon education. I still love doing what I'm doing with these, and I'm always going to continue that. But I'm rebuilding my portfolio now for freelance work again, in both design, illustration, animation, and I'll do what I can get. I'll take what I can get. So yeah, that's it for tonight. Maybe I'll show you guys some stuff I've been working on for my portfolio another time. But right now, I'm heading off. I'm gonna call it an early night. So thanks again, guys, for tuning in, and I'll see you guys soon. All right. Have a great night.